Welcome back to another Tuesday tip. This is, I'm going to do blacksmithing, welding, just tips in general, but they're just quick tips, and so let's do another one real quick. I'm going to talk today a little bit about strikers, which is just a normal thing for lighting torches. So let me come down here. So I got all my strikers here. Now these are just single type strikers. These unscrew and you could buy replacements for them, and all these are pretty old, and this one needs it. I'm not sure if that's even showing up. I mean, it is about wore off completely. And of course they rub on these rough surfaces in here like files. They're like round files, and then they strike and you light your torch. And these parts spin, so you can, and they all have these, they all spin so that you can get on new parts that are, in case they get wore down. Like this one needs replaced, and here's one that's still fairly good shape. Where's it at? That's showing up, but it's got quite a bit still left on it. It's just a little cheap round one, and you want them to, sometimes you have to bend them a little, because you want them to run across the middle of that file piece in there. Now these, as you can see, now that one's, two of the three spots are wore down. This one's fairly new. It's got all three of them on there. Just that one's wore down some. So this one here is already scratching the metal, so I'm just going to go ahead. All you do with these is you unscrew this center little barrel, and then they rotate, and it fits in a little notch. And once there's a little notch on this bottom hole, once you get on there, you put it back. Now this is on its third one. That's what I like about these is you can, as you wear them down, you can just swap them over. Now the thing I want to talk about, the tip, is get you one of these little wire metal keychain, retractable keychains. It may be weird, but people may think you're weird with them. But if you're working in a shop and you're like me and you're constantly having to, you're constantly going in and having to strike and turn off the forge. I don't have one of those gas savers because they're almost $200. They're nice because they have a pilot light, and you just hang them on a hook and they just go out, your torch goes out, and then you lift them up, you just touch the pilot light and it goes. You don't have to keep messing with this. But I keep this attached to my belt, and then I just pull up, it up, and get back on there and strike it, and then just let it go, and it goes back up to my belt. And it's real handy. So like I said, you just have it on your belt, you go out, just strike it, you just let it go, and it goes back to your belt, and you're already using your torch without having to lay it down, go find it again, shove it in a pocket, dig for it to pull it out. So that's my quick tip for the day. And what I'm going to do though is this one I had on there a second ago. It's probably at least 2, maybe 3 times heavier than these little wire ones. And I'm going to take the one here that's got the most flint on it. And I can't just run it through here because of this weird loop at the bottom, so I'll just take this keychain and put it through like that. Close that up, and then I can just hook that on, and it's so much lighter, it retracts better. If you can find them old, they're kind of a little bit bigger round than these metal ones. They're stronger and they work a lot better. I used them for like years before they tore up. And so they're a good thing to have. But I'll just take this with me when I take my welding class. And just want to kind of go over strikers and that little tip. And you can do the same thing if you want to have a carabiner. As this, I like not having to rehook it back up. I like, that I can just strike it, set my torch on, strike it, and just let go of it, and it just flops back to my side, and then I'm working my torches and start cutting. I don't have to think about it anymore. Yeah, have a blessed day. Bye-bye.